Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
You're
Can you see me and hear me?
Yes, can see and hear you. Let me show you. We are
Hi,
here.
John.
Hey, brother, how's it going?
Hello. Just a moment.
Awesome.
Okay, now we can hear you. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you okay.
Okay, cool. You look a bit different today.
I look different because I had a haircut.
Ah, no wonder. You look extra good today.
Oh, extra good. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Is it warm in London right now?
um, not really. I mean, you want to see what it looks like outside?
Uh-huh.
That's what it looks like outside.
Ah,
It's a little bit dull.
yeah, a little bit down.
Yeah. I would much rather be in Malaysia or Singapore.
We always hear.
Yeah, the food is nice there, man. It's really nice.
Okay, Ellen will be coming in shortly, and today we have another event. So our team member will be taking care of this Facebook Live. So basically,
Okay.
the Facebook Live will last like 30 to 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
Maximum will be around 1 hour. And the purpose of this is like not too much of teaching, because we just want to hype them, make them feel good. And then some of the questions I share with you, if you have some chance to go through, it meant to be a little bit more casual. You know, you can answer freely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just let people know the interesting side about you, so they feel they never will again, right?
Okay, so is someone interviewing me?
Yes, the assistant trainer of the event, Alan Hill, he will be here shortly in another, let's say 3 minutes, because he will be in 5 minutes before the interview.
Okay.
Okay, so I will leave you in good hand with my team member, and
Yeah.
Alan will be here soon. All right.
Right. Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you. So.
Okay. I'm just gonna nip to the toilet, and then I'll be back.
Sure.
Hello, hello. Checking everyone can hear me.
Yo, yo, yo.
Is that John?
What's going on, Alan? You all right?
Yeah, good to see you, John. Been a while. How you doing?
Yeah, it's been a little while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. I love the Captain America shield in the background. That jumps right out at me. I love that.
Oh, life size. That one actually. By the way, that one there is 1-to-1 scale replica.
Is it?
Yeah. Like it looks small there, but it's huge. It's like to carry it like back like this.
That's fantastic. I might have to drop that into the interview if I can. Hold on. Just letting them know I'm back online.
Okay, hi Alan, I see you, and we have about 1 minute. We can go
Yeah.
live if you guys are ready.
Okay. Yeah, so John, just a very quick one. I'll try and keep it 30 to 40 minutes. It can go over if we need to. And I'll do a little NWA introduction. I'll kind of probably throw in a seed for it in the middle, and then one at the end. We'll have a little bit of fun with it, not too formal. And yeah, that's it really. And if we start to get, if I feel like we need to pad a little bit, I might throw in a few little, supplementary bits or questions or comments just to have a little bit of naturalness. Because I didn't write the questions. So all good?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. Ready when you are. If you let us know when we're going live, is that Jolene?
Okay, so I'll mute and then you can go 3, 2, 1, and you can go live actually.
All right. Shall I turn off the camera and turn it back on?
No need. I will bring you up when it's your turn. Okay.
Sorry, can you just tell me once again, what am I doing to come live?
Nothing, Alan. Just count down 3, 2, 1, and I'll put you up ready.
Okay, all right then. Okay, here we go.
Go.
3, 2, 1. All right, hello there. Welcome to those of you who are joining us. Thank you so much for being here. It's great to have you. We are here live today. My name is Alan P. Hill, and on behalf of Success Resources and T. Harbecker, I'm so excited to bring you this interview today with a very special guest that I'll be introducing for you in just a moment here. And just for a bit of context, what is this all about? Well, very soon in London, in the 17th to the 20th of November, we have an event, a program called Never Work Again. And some of you here are here because you've registered and you want to find out about the trainers and speakers, the special keynote speakers that we've got coming in to teach you and train you in their specialized area of creating wealth and passive income. So some of you may already be booked, some of you may not be, and some of you may not even know what Never Work Again is. So it's a program with multiple speakers coming to teach you. It's tied together by Mac Attram, our lead trainer from the Millionaire Mind Intensive, and myself, Alan P. Hill, another trainer of Halves from the Millionaire Mind programs. Now, today, we're about to introduce to you our speaker for the day, for this particular live. So you have we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube. Some of you may be watching this as a recording after the fact. Whoever you are, wherever you are, welcome to you. Just do type into the chat if you're live, especially tell us your name and where you're from. Love to have you here, and thank you for your energy and for your time and for showing up. Right, because the universe rewards those who show up. And today you're going to get rewarded, trust me, with an incredible person. So there'll be a link posted in the chat for the event, Never Work Again, London, live. That's right, live. I'm really excited because November is our first time going live around the planet for Success Resources since the COVID epidemic. And I'm so excited because actually I think the last event I was due to attend was London, and it got cancelled right at the last minute because of COVID. And now we're back on stage in London. So I'm really excited to be there myself. And I know that for many of you, it'll be exciting too to be back live in a room, being able to start or restart your journey of personal and business and financial freedom development live with some people that are on that same path as you. So without further ado, today we're going to be introducing our very special guest in a moment, and he will be telling you about one specific area about making money and passive income and creating wealth. And he's going to be giving you a good few tips and tricks and some hints about what's going to be going on at Never Work Again and sneaking in some value for you there as well. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome first, it's our only speaker today, and he is the amazing, a good personal friend of mine. I love to see him speak. It's so exciting to have him here. And of course it is John Lee. So John, I've already told you your name, but tell us for the audience's sake, I know we've met before, but where are you from and what's your field of expertise, please?
So my name is John Lee. I am a speaker, author, mentor, investor, entrepreneur. I wrote a book called Business Hack, and Business Hack really talks a lot about how do we do business in today's world. And I think one of the biggest challenges is people not really knowing what specific strategies to use. I mean, with the whole craziness, I mean, right now we're on a recession. I mean, crazy things happen, especially here in the UK. As you know, yesterday we had our Prime Minister resign. So I mean, you look at the pound versus the dollar versus the euro. I mean, it's pretty close. So we've got to get really ready. And so for me, one of the things that my area of expertise is, how do we start a business and how do we have that business create passive income for us, even if we have no experience? I mean, if a lot of you have never seen me speak before, I have, over 6 million people that follow me on social media. I've invested in some of the biggest platforms in the world, platforms like Clubhouse. I'm an investor in that, investor in space company called SpaceX. I'm a private investor into that. And Animoca, Playground, a lot of these companies that invested in $1 billion companies. So what are they doing? And how can we as a whole, use those strategies to make enough income to never have to work again? So that's what I really want to talk about, I guess, in this sort of interview, Alan.
Thank you so much. And that's really great to hear. And yeah, I'm excited for our participants that haven't met you before to just get a little taste of what is to come in London and Never Work Again, with you as being one of our awesome speakers there. So let me ask you, how did you get started on this journey?
Well, I mean, it started off as, me kind of learning about real estate. I was a computer animator. I worked in central London. And I was on a decent salary as well. I was on £36,000, which that's no small fee. I mean, it's okay.
Right. Yeah, you're right on that, right? Well, you would have been back then anyway.
Well, the problem is living in London is it's expensive. So back then I didn't have the money. I didn't have the mindset, the skill set. And so I listened to a lot of podcasts, and this is why people need to attend seminars, because for me, one of the first seminars I attended was actually a Success Resources seminar many years ago, and this was talking about speaking, and I love the way that Harv does as well. And I actually spent some time with Harv actually in Phuket, Thailand. So that's when they were doing the whole, making the stage, era, if you will. So for me, getting started was really educating myself, learning, and really understanding what does it take to start entrepreneurship. Because the thing is, all the things that they're going to be learning at Never Work Again, you've told me some of the speakers are, and I know that a lot of the things that they get to learn there is not taught in school, Alan. There's things like self-education, which will make you a fortune, and you have formal education that make you a living. So right now we are living in the world of the nomad, like digital nomads. Nomads means to live anywhere around the world, but the digital nomads now, as long as you have a mobile phone, you have an internet connection and a laptop, you can work from anywhere in the world. Almost all my team are digital nomads who work for my organization. So they travel all around the world, and it's incredible to see this evolution, because, since the pandemic, everyone got, I guess, locked at home for 2 years. And then they went back to work, and they're like, hold on a second, I don't like this, coming to work for 8 hours a day, not getting to spend time with my kids, not getting to go and have a pub lunch, at lunch, and then come back. And so this is why I'm so excited more now than ever with Never Work Again, because Never Work Again was really, I've spoken at some of the earlier ones. This was some 7 or 8 years ago. The strategies teaching back then compared to the strategies that we're implementing in 2023, and coming towards, the end of 2022, is really exciting for me because it is so easy to make money. I mean, I'm going to be showing people in 1 week. People say, John, how fast can you become financially free? And then I thought about, okay, financial freedom is not really becoming wealthy, but it's like, you know, if I can get people to make an extra 2,000 to 5,000, you know, a month by using some of these strategies, then that for me would be big, right? So then I tested it. I thought, how fast can we do it? So I tested it, and I'm going to share the result with people at MMI. Sorry, the Never Work Again. Sorry, I've seen the Million Man Intensive here, but for the Never Work Again. And actually, some of you may have learned some of these strategies at MMI if you attended that as well. But for Never Work Again, like, you will be shocked at how fast you can become financially free. So I'm not only just going to teach the strategy, Alan, I'm going to demo it. And I'm also going to prove to people that everybody can do this, even if they've got no experience, even if they have no technical skills. I've tested this on 5 other people just at the start, and they're already getting great results. So I really want to pass this on. Everything I teach, by the way, has been proven, tried, and tested. I won't teach something that I've never done myself. So I will share that with the audience.
Great to know. And yeah, very exciting to hear that you're going to be sharing those insights. Never Work Again. So thanks for sort of letting us know how you got started and, you know, really how you got to where you are today. You know, as we go through this interview, we're trying to keep it interesting for and relevant for everybody that's watching. So we're going to ask Prone a few personal questions, maybe a couple of cheeky ones there as well. So, you know, one of them is you're someone who's constantly on social media. I mean, that's one of your areas of skill. So don't you ever feel overexposed? How does that work for you?
So a very big person just shared my post today. His name is Elon Musk. So Elon Musk just shared my post today, and it's reached 100,000 reshares.
Wow.
So if you all go to Elon Musk's page, well, it depends when people are watching this, but today is the 21st of October. So if you go back to his 21st of October to Elon Musk's page, you'll see that he shares John Lee's posts. So those are the type of posts. Basically, you know, he likes memes. I create a lot of memes. So he basically shared one of my posts. So is that overexposed? No, that's not overexposed, because there are billions of people on the planet. I only have 6 million people that follow me. I still got billions of people yet to follow me, right? So actually, we are way underexposed, right? And the fact is that I create content every single day on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Google, Twitter, Instagram, Clubhouse, TikTok. These are basically all platforms where you get free marketing, right? I have people that spend dollars on marketing, and I still do. I still spend millions of dollars on marketing, Alan. But imagine if you have free marketing and paid marketing combined, you have twin engines, you know, like in a Tesla. If you have the dual motors, it goes even faster. That's what you want. So one of the things I'm going to be teaching at Never Work Again is how do we market our products and services for free? And then how do we turn that into multiple 7-figure businesses as well?
That's super exciting. And wow, I didn't know that about, was that Twitter, or what was that you were just mentioning about Elon Musk? That's amazing.
Yeah, if you go to, I mean, I don't know if I can share the screen. Well, let me go to, right? So my handle is @JohnLeeNew, right? So if I go to Elon Musk's page, Elon Musk, by the way, it probably looks like Elon will buy. So this is, this is Elon's page. So this is it. This is what it's got, 121,000 shares. Now look at this, right?
I love it.
Look, who's that? Looks like me. So that's basically amazing. So obviously because it's square, it's not showing my my handle. But it's incredible because all my friends are like, oh my God, Elon Musk just shared your post. Because if you look at all the posts on my page, and this is what's really important, because when we're doing things on social media, we have to be themed. Right, which means when people come to your page, they want to see a few things. So for me, I always create these type of memes that kind of, like Alan, there's a picture speaks 1,000 words, right? So like, I don't know why my Instagram is not showing up. Okay, it's always a case when you're trying to show something that doesn't show. But if people go to my Instagram profile, then you'll see a good example of all, and they're all very sort of themed and memed, if you will. So
Yes, so that's what you become known for. So certainly you don't feel overexposed, and I can see why, you know, you would say that with that kind of a reach. That's incredible. Ah, that's great.
So we've got all these like different meme type pictures. So I
Yeah.
always create stuff like this. Like, for example, that one is stop living like this. So
Yes.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then they go down the hill Saturday, Sunday, and then back up again. So I always do things like that. So these are kind of like memes that I'm always sort of you know, thinking about, you know.
Yeah,
So
well, that sounds like you have a lot of fun with it. I couldn't help but notice the comic references in the background, the comic book stuff. Is it Captain American? Did I see that right? Is that an Iron Man hand there, right back? I could just see something in the background there.
yeah, that is an Iron Man page. That is an Iron Man page.
Wow. That's so cool. That's so cool. Wow. Wow, it's amazing. Obviously, you like to have fun with what you do, and so that's fantastic. So another, let's say, you know, tough question, you know, got to go for the personal question as well, is there are people that say everything posted on social media is fake. What do you feel about that?
Well, so, yeah, I mean, some people do filters and things like that, and you know, some posts are fake. That's why it's always good to go live. So I do a lot of Facebook Live and Instagram Lives, and you can't really fake that stuff. And
Yes.
go live and it's you talking, you know. So that's why you should create content not to go viral, but to make content to go impact. So when I make those type of posts and people are sort of posting my posts, you know, I'm able to get a lot of people sharing it. That's why I do have a lot of celebrities that follow me as well. So it's good to put content out because they get to see it, and when they reshare it, like, you know, that one's got 121,000 people shared it, and that's just this morning. By the end of the day, it'll probably be even more than that.
That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I love that just happened to be good timing for today's live. That's really great. Thanks for sharing that. Would you consider yourself an influencer, and if so, how do you use that to your advantage?
In a way, I guess I am, but then isn't Elon Musk? Elon Musk is a billionaire, right? What's more important than money? Influence. So when you're an influencer, not in the actual sense where, you know, you see the influencers that show the body parts and things like that. You know, I'd probably scare everybody off if I did that. But an influence in terms of the sense that you have a message that you want to share, and that message can go out to people in the world. And when those people hear that and see that message, it's going to make an impact. And so what happens, there's a strategy I talk about. I'll talk about this at Never Working Again, but it's called the 3C strategy. So we do content, call to action, conversion. And according to WordStream, 2.35% of people that end up sharing your post end up, you know, buying something or selling something from that. So that's why I think it's really powerful to have the distribution, because according to WordStream, 2.35% of people that follow you end up, you know, buying something from you. So it's all a numbers game. And this is why if you want to become financially free and you want to never have to work again, like one of the things I teach people to do is build a membership. So you only need 1,000 people to pay you $7 a month. So in 1 year, you only need 3 people every single day for 1 year. After that, you'll be making $7,000 a month.
Wow, that's huge. And for some people, that's life-changing. For some people, that's double their annual income. For some people, it's replacing their annual income. For other people, it's just making a dent in it. But equally, that's, you know, an amazing sort of thing that you could aim for. And just 3 people a day, you said?
Well, yeah. I mean, I just watched a show on ITV, and there was an elderly lady who couldn't afford to make toast because the energy prices are so high, right? And you know, to get to work, she'd have to like walk to work, but the bus fare to work is £4. And so in the absence of income, you have to learn how to create more income. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know how to do that. That's why I'm so happy to be part of Never Work Again, because, you know, I've done this, all the other speakers have done this for ourselves. So let's pass this knowledge on to the next generation.
Right, absolutely. I think it's, you know, it's so important if we've been able to do something well for ourselves. I mean, Half talks about that, as you mentioned earlier, the Millionaire Mind Program, which is how a lot of people will have heard about us. And there will be people that Never Work Again who have come through the Millionaire Mind Program. And Half talks about, you know, right at the end, you know, it's about getting yourself to a position to be able to help other people, isn't it? Which is what you're able to do now through teaching and helping other people to do what you've learned to do, right?
Yeah. And you know, I think the biggest thing that I want to say to people is that you know, anyone can do this. Anyone can do this. Right. And people believe that it can't be done, and that's why they don't do it. But you know, by listening to all the speakers, you know, at Never Work Again, like, you'll see that, oh wow, that makes sense. Oh, that makes it. Oh, that can work. And so we always get these different ways of creating new different strategies. And so for me, it's making people not only understand the strategy, but I'll simplify it to its simplest form, and then I'll be able to sort of move it to that next level with them and show them step by step on how that is done as well. So yeah, super important.
That's amazing. Well, as we get into this, I mean, we've got, you know, some more questions to go here, but I just want to, you know, on behalf of the people that maybe haven't met you before, and, you know, maybe even they just jumped on the live right now and they missed the beginning. You know, is it when you come and speak at Never Work Again, which, by the way, if you have just joined us, very warm welcome. And we are talking about Never Work Again. We have our very special guest, John Lee, with us. He is one of our keynote speakers at our upcoming live event in London, 17th to the 20th November live. That's right, in person live, not like in live 2D like this. We're going to be 3 dimensions, okay? You're going to see all of us. You're going to give us a high five. Come and have coffee with us. That's what Never Work Again is going to be. It's going to be in London next month. So we're posting links in the chat if you want to register. If you're already registered, we're very excited to see you there. Yeah, for people that are new to, you know, just joined on the live, or you know, perhaps didn't catch it earlier, you're going to be speaking about how, and helping people, just like the rest of the speakers in Never Work Again, about how to create wealth or passive income. And which particular strategy or areas are you going to focus on when you speak? Are you going to be just telling about one or more than one? Is it you know, how to make money on Instagram, or is it using all of social media, or is it, you know, not just social media, it's social media and online webinars and content, and, you know, how, just for people to get an idea about what it is that you're going to be, you know, get a little taste of what are they going to learn and Never Work Again from you.
So it's, you know, right now we're moving into the creator economy, right? So you've got, you know, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Now they're all paying people money to use it, because now we've had, you know, there's going to be this social media war. And we're also now moving from Web 2 to Web 3. So Web 2 is all about how do I make money? Web 2 is all about how do we make money? That's why you have something called decentralized organizations. So it's not otherwise known as DAO. So there are new concepts that we need to learn, especially coming towards and getting ready for 2023, because, you know, right now we are in a recession. Right now it is going to get worse. Interest rates going up, energy prices going up, and how people are going to survive, you know? So we have to learn new strategies to get new results. So I want to teach people, first of all, how do we use the power of social media, and how do we use social media? Is 2,000 to 5,000 per month, whether that's doing that through a membership, whether that's doing it through becoming a creator, or that's doing it through promoting your own businesses by generating more leads. Because here's the thing, Alan, if I just get people to double the amount of clients that they get in 1 year, I just doubled their income. Right.
So, I mean, that's very powerful stuff. So did I just hear you right? You said, you know, maybe helping people get something like 2,000 to 5,000. Did you say like that was currency or followers, or I missed that bit?
Oh, that's dollars, like, or pounds. Yeah, wow. 2,000 to 5,000 pounds a month.
Wow, that's exciting.
I'm going to show people live on 6. I did a little test and I recorded it, and I'll play it at the event, and they'll see, oh my God, that's how fast it can be done. This is not like stuff we're talking about. This is stuff that I've proven, tried and tested, and I've been doing this, Alan, for the last 15 years. Wow. So I really know this business inside out. And so I want to give this to your community, because, Success Resources has made such an impact in my life when I first started my journey of entrepreneurship, that we really now want to pay it forward for the community.
Got it. I mean, that's so exciting. I just wanted to make sure I heard that right, because it could be that some people watching were like, 2,000 what? And might not have realized that, because that's a huge, significant thing to achieve. We're not talking followers or likes, we're talking hard cash,
pounds.
Stuff spend, right? You can't use your lights in the shop to go and buy some cake or whatever, but you can use your pound. So that's really exciting. So I'm glad that you just shared that. I really appreciate you just allowing me to just dig a bit deeper there and just understand. So it's a real money-making system that you're going to be sharing with people. I love it. Thank you. So talking about this then, how long would you say it normally takes to build a solid personal brand, if that's even needed for the way that you teach people to make money?
Personal brand's important. Anything that's branded, Alan, you can charge more money. Like, look at, if your, partner wants to buy like a Hermes bag, for example, my wife, like, it's not cheap, or you want to buy like a Rolex or something like that. They're branded pieces,
Right.
But it's just a watch. I mean, it tells the time. My phone tells the time, right? It's because it's got a brand, it's got a pull. And so building a personal brand is more than ever. Like Elon Musk has over 100 million followers. Tesla has less than 10 million. In fact, let me check, because this will be a good acid test, right? Because who's more famous, Twitter? So on Twitter, Tesla or SpaceX? So Tesla has right now, in terms of brand, 17 million followers, but Elon's got like, almost 5 times that. So he's got a personal brand, and Elon can make one post on Twitter and he can move the whole crypto market, right? So it's interesting, because if you look what Elon's done, he's probably the only person who was it a CEO of a company to be able to sell billions of his stock without tanking his own share price, because he went onto Twitter to ask for permission and what he was doing it for. And the guy's smart, really, really smart. So that's why you also need a personal brand, because people don't buy what you do, they buy what you do. They don't buy your business, they buy you.
Right. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And that's a great illustration there, because that's, a huge business that he's got there, a huge number of followers, but his personal brand is so much more powerful. So, talking about that branding, like, would you say it's something you can do quite quickly, or is it something that you need to sort of take some time over, maybe several years or something like that?
Well, it took me 15 years and I'm still working on it, But the good news is that in today's world, we're not focused on, the interest, the social graph based on how many followers you've got. It's now based on the interest graph, meaning that anyone who's got no followers can put a video on TikTok and get 1 million views. So actually, it's faster more than ever to go viral and to build a brand instantly. But you've got to have different ways to be able to, put your content out there. And not only that, make sure that you are doing it on a consistent basis. That's actually the secret of this, Alan, right? Consistency plays a massive part to this. So we've always got to start creating more consistency for more growth. And the more growth that we have, the more income that we make, because people, now there's so much noise there, like, oh, who should I buy from? Right? Like if I say to you, I've said it myself. If I said to you, name a soft drink, what would you say?
I guess I'd say Coca-Cola, first one in my mind.
If I say to you, a coffee, which brand do you think about?
I guess the first one that comes to my mind, honestly, is Nescafe.
Nescafe, right? I would think Starbucks, or now I'm drinking more Costa.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, I don't drink Nescafe. It's just the first one that crops up for me from childhood. And there's a powerful brand too.
Right. So if I say cereal to you, what cereal do you think about?
Kellogg's.
Kellogg's, right? Snap, Crackle, and
Pop.
Right? You wouldn't say Snap, Pop, Crackle. You go, no, that's not you say. It
doesn't sound weird, yeah.
Crackle, and Pop. It doesn't sound right, because that's how they've been branded, right?
That's right.
I mean, have you heard of a car called the Cadillac?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Heard of one, but you don't own one. Right? Everyone knows one. But would you want to buy one? Probably not. I don't know.
Right.
Some people don't. So there are certain brands that personal brands, and also there are 3 types of brands. Personal brand would be like Elon Musk. Business brand would be like Tesla.
Yeah.
And a product brand, something like a Model X. Right?
Got it.
So depends what you want. You don't always have to build your own personal brand, but it needs to be known. When people think about that industry, it needs to be known.
Right. And just for clarity for our listeners, some of them might not be into this stuff. You're talking Model X, that's like one of the kind of Teslas that you can buy, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
or the Model 3.
Yeah, the Model 3 or something like that. Okay, exactly. So we're drilled down from like the owner to the company that he owns to the products that he makes. Those are the 3 levels. Is that right, that you just identified?
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
can also build all of them simultaneously. Camera, Alan. Well, they're not like you and I, where we don't mind it. We've got the camera on. But some people are a little bit shy. You know what? Let's just do this for our business. I actually did this. One of my students and he did a lighting company. He said, John, I don't want to show my face on camera. I said, don't show your work on camera. So he put his work on camera, and then people start. They had 2 Russian couples that paid him 80,000 euros to basically do the lighting and all the setup for their wedding. It was incredible.
Oh, wow, that's incredible. And what a good contact to have as well, because I'm sure they'll be knowing other people who will be at their wedding who might think, gosh, this is cool. Where do I get this? So that's the power of branding, isn't it?
Exactly. You got it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Fantastic. Well, we're doing well. We're kind of heading towards the back end of the live here. So, sort of one of the questions my team has put on here is about your experience with COVID. Apparently, you had a bad experience with that. Did any changes in your business approach happen as a result of that, or did that have any impact on things? Tell us a little bit about that, please.
Yeah, I mean, like one of the companies I have is a live physical, event company. We used to run live in-person events. And so to do this whole tour, we sold a lot of tickets. When COVID hit, it's like, okay, well, we're not going to have the event anymore because, there's no physical event. So this is where you have to pivot, right? And we have to constantly pivot. It's not the strongest or the most intelligent species that survive, Alan. It's the most adaptable species that survive.
Right.
And so I just have to run them all online. And, it's kind of like a blessing in disguise, because now I'm like, I would never really run a live event anymore because I don't have to, right? I used to fly. I mean, my whole schedule would be we fly from London to Amsterdam. We'll do Amsterdam, then we'll fly to Dubai, do an event there, fly to Singapore, then Malaysia, then Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, back to London. Sorry, back to Asia, and then back to London. So, and then I have to go to then I'll do all that side, and I'll do all the US side. Now I can just go live like this. After we finish this, I'll go down and have my Kit Kat, dipping my chocolate digestives in a tea. I'll get to spend some time with my in-laws, and I'll go and do the school run with my daughter, and I'll come back and pick her up. And now it's real, true work-life. It's not work-life balance. That's wrong. There's no such thing as work-life balance. There's such thing as work-life integration. We have to integrate this into our lives so it becomes part of who we are. And so for me, it's really working out what those things are that I love to do more of, and that makes me happy, and I just do more of that.
Got it. Oh, thank you so much. That's great. Well, you mentioned this a little bit already, and you've given a little hint of the answer to this already with that gentleman. I think you mentioned it did the lighting, because for some people it is intimidating putting themselves online. Maybe they got privacy concerns, or they're just a bit nervous, or they feel a bit, like people looking at me or whatever. So how do you deal with that? Generally, if you are working with people, helping them to build a brand and all of that. I mean, you gave a great example earlier about the guy with the lighting, but how would you say generally you can deal with that?
Well, everything that you want to do, every business, don't care what business it is, whether you do business to business, software, whether you do agriculture, whether you do a coach or a speaker, an author, whether you do seminars, whether you sell biscuits or you sell calculators, everything that you need to sell needs to have a buyer.
Right.
And to get the buyer, you need to have marketing. So one thing that I'll talk about at Never Work Again is how to market your business so you are oversubscribed. How to market your business so you can beat your competitors. How to market your business so you can build a massive. So I have a list of 250,000 people. So do you know the metric for making $1 million is 1,000 customers that buy something from you at $1,000. So 1,000 times 1,000, 1 million. So if you've got a big database of people, you just need from 250,000 people, 1,000 people to buy in that year, and you make $1 million. Right? And so it's actually, when you down like that, it's not that much. That's 19 people a week. Right. So I'm going to about how to market, because here's the thing: the best known beats the best. Most people are invisible, Alan, which means they can't be found. have the best product. It's like having a voice like Mariah Carey, but no one's ever heard you sing before.
Right, exactly. And I love what you say there. It actually reminds me of something I learned from Robert Kiyosaki. I'm sure you've had the opportunity to at least learn from him, if not even meet him. And he says, I want to be a best-selling author, not a best writing author. And some people were like, oh, don't you want to write like the best quality books? Is like, I want to be the best-selling author. Like, I want to sell the most books, have the greatest impact. Who cares if somebody out there, some literary critic says, well, that chapter could have been worded a bit differently, or the structure should be a bit more like this. It's like, well, fine, tell us that, but like, show me your authors who have sold as much as I've sold, and then we'll talk. And he really is, focused on sales rather than, the actual thing itself. And so, like you said, you can have a great voice like Mariah Carey. If no one hears you, what a waste. It's a shame, isn't it?
Exactly. And it's getting people to buy your products and services as well. Like, you have to learn how to market and also sales. People think marketing and sales are the same thing. They're not. Marketing is to create the awareness. Sales is to get the transaction. That's it.
Right.
But you need both to work together.
Yes.
So one thing I'll share Never Work Again is, how do you market your products, but also how do you monetize? And like you said before, you can't take your likes to a shop and go, hey, I've got 1,000 likes, have that buy your products. Although that's a pretty good idea actually for a social media platform for monetization. I think there is one. There's one called Fanbase. So a buddy of mine who's on Clubhouse, I invest in an app called Clubhouse. He created another version called Fanbase, which is basically a social media platform where every like is basically, I think they send over 5 cents for every like. So if you get like 10,000 likes, it's 10,000 times 5 cents. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So you can, so these are things I'm talking about. You can use this to monetize. There's an app called Dustland. So I'm actually a partner in a family office in Hong Kong, and we've made over 200 investments, and one of those companies we invest in is called Dustland. And so for people who are watching this, who like to run and walk every day, I did it this morning, Alan. So this is the app, right? So you can see like how far I've run, how many sort of kilometers I've run, and it shows my whole sort of running path. But I get paid to run. Basically, every time I run, my phone has a step counter in there, and it tracks my velocity. Yeah, it tracks everything. And so now when I'm running, I'm basically earning cryptocurrency. So let's say, for example, I earn 1,000 tokens. I can transfer that to Ethereum, and then Ethereum, I can withdraw that to my bank account. Wow. So like, people don't know that this stuff exists. That's what we call a move to earn business model. So when you create a membership site and you're able to have apps like this, and you can actually gamify your business and market your business, because look, like, if you get paid to walk and paid to run, then every time you would go out, you just install it every time, or click start and you just keep walking, you make money from that. Like, even if you only make $20 a day, $30 a day, it's better than nothing, right?
Oh, definitely. And for some people, that would actually make, especially like you said, given the challenging financial and economic times that we're in right now, whether you're in England or anywhere, what with all of the global stuff that's going on right now, and inflation and oil prices and everything feeding through to inflation, some people are starting to feel a pinch. 20 a week would be helpful for some people. 20 a day, that would be really significant. Really, it's like 600.
Yeah, it works out almost 11,000 pounds.
Right. Wow. There you go. So that's epic. So yeah, these are not small things that you're going to be teaching us. These are things that can, add up to be huge or build to be something very significant. But it's really exciting to know that you can not only, sort of create passive income from activities that you do, but also in this way, like, it's so passive. If you're running, yes, you're doing the running, but you're not running to make the money. You're running anyway. And you're making the money.
Exactly. You're running anyway. Just click a button.
That's so cool. I've never even realized that was possible. So I've learned quite a lot from you today already. And we're about to wrap up and move into the latter part of this interview here, John. I've been enjoying myself so much hearing you share your thoughts, your ideas, your lessons, and really excited to actually hear the details that you'll be sharing in more detail with us when you come and have that time allotted to you at the program at Never Work Again in London. So just to sort of move towards the wrap up with the last few questions, what would you say differentiates I don't know, like your teachings from the, about marketing to do with compared to others? Like, what is it that makes your way special and different?
Well, my way is proven, tried, and tested. And I spent 15 years doing this. I've invested in companies that are now billion-dollar company valuations. So I don't really need to do this, right? I want to do this because it's something I'm passionate about. You can probably hear from my voice, right? I'm passionate about showing people if you just do this, and it's like a recipe. I've kind of figured it out, right? But the recipe keeps changing. Right? How do you bake a cake? Eggs, flour, sugar, water, milk. Take out the milk, it tastes different. Take out the sugar, it tastes different. So a big part of this is to make sure that you, and the formula changes a lot, which is why I need to keep reinventing it and keep testing it and trying it and testing it. You know, I've taken a company public, my first IPO in 2019. I have a book that has actually been endorsed by the co-author Rich Dad Poor Dad. I've got 6 million people that follow me on social media. I've trained a lot of the celebrities that I train. So I'll share with you some of the celebrities I'm training to, they come to me for advice on this. Wow. So when it comes to this space, people see, I mean, whether I am or not, I mean, I still feel I have a lot to sort of learn, but people, they come to me a lot to ask me these strategies, and because everything I teach works, right? Everything, right? It's just that whether people are going to take action or not.
I get that. And that's, I think that's a really healthy and quite humble attitude to say, look, hey, I've always got something to learn, because I think that's always true. Even if you're extremely successful, if you want to continue because you enjoy what you're doing, getting better at what you're doing, being the best, there's always something more to learn, isn't there? But I guess the advantage for the participants, the people watching this, feed right now, the ones that are coming to London, is that they're going to have that learning journey accelerated. They're going to have some safety because they know that there's somebody who's been out there and made all the goofy mistakes that they got started 15 years ago. You're going to be there to guide them and give them the opportunity to take this further if they want to, isn't it? So yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to share this with people. And it's also very good timing as well, because especially if London, UK economy is not so great right now.
Right.
So, whether there's a war or a pandemic or politics, whatever it is, that we should learn to create our own economy. And we're talking about never work again. The question I always ask for people is, how much do you need to make to never have to work again? Well, there are 3 levels to that. The first level is just basically earning enough to replace your income. That's the easy part. If you're making 2,000 or 3,000, that's the easy part. The second level is having enough money. So it's the rich level. So we go from financial freedom to rich, where you've got money now. So you have choices, right? So if you didn't have money come in, you'd have that money to basically have you live. But then we've got the next part, which is wealthy. The difference between becoming rich and wealthy is very different. So wealthy is you have, like, for example, do you know how long it takes to save £1 million, Alan? Right? Let's say most people save up £500 a month. To save up £1 million would take 166 years. Wow.
Okay. That's context.
So when people try and earn money to get rich, it works, but to get wealthy is different. So for example, a company I invested in called Kraken, it's basically like a trading company. They trade things like Bitcoin and all that kind of stuff. It's like Coinbase and all those bits and pieces. But that's got a $20 billion valuation now, right? It may have gone, it goes up and down a little bit depending on the market, but how long does it take to save that or make it, right? So that's why one of the reasons people say, well, John, like, if you're so wealthy, why do you keep doing what you do? Because I get to work with people, I get to meet people that I get to invest in. So one of my students, Mark Leung, he just got an offer from Whole Foods, the Whole Foods company that do all the healthy food.
Yeah.
Buy his company for 73 million.
Wow, that's amazing.
I told social media to. So he went viral, he then got featured in Forbes, and that's how he got the exposure. So you talk about personal brand. That's one of the main reasons why they were attracted to it, because he had such a big database of people who were very health conscious. So So this is like, it's not just about getting likes and looking cool on social media. It's like, how does this result from becoming financially free to becoming rich to becoming wealthy? Those are the 3 levels that we go into. So one of the reasons why I'm investing in a lot of companies now, I want to transition from that, you know, that phase of in between that rich and wealthy, because, you know, to you know, get many unicorns to create billion-dollar companies can take a long time. So that's the next level, that once you've made the money, that's how you become wealthy.
Yeah, that sounds a really exciting journey. You know, I love that differentiation you made there. You know, it is for our viewers, for our participants at the event, it's going to be all about what can I practically do to turn this knowledge into cash, passive income or wealth or otherwise. So really, really cool. Okay, well, as we start to wrap up here, we're talking here, for those of you that haven't been with us the entire time, we're talking about an event that's upcoming live in London, Never Work Again, and it's 17th to the 20th of November. And John Lee is going to be one of our keynote speakers. He is, been talking to us today about making money online, social media, and just creating income through all that is available to us through the power of the internet. And it's going to be amazing to be learning from him there live. And I just want to ask, I guess, sort of heading towards the wrap up then, John, you know, you've probably really kind of covered this already, but if we wrap it up in this way and just say, what are we going to learn from you? What can we expect to learn in London from you and Never Work Again?
So what are the newest trends on social media? What are the new ways to market your business? And what are some of the newest ways to make passive income fast? And so I'm going to demo a strategy. I'll prove the strategy. And I don't mind showing people how much money I made doing this as well. So I'll actually show them these are the steps. These are the results that I got. And it's not, and by the way, Alan, this is not stuff, you know, people show screen grabs they've done like 20 or 30 years ago, like 10 years ago. This is going to be in the last couple of months. So
that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I can't wait to see that. And you know, that's the great thing about Never Work Again, is it's live, it's in person, it's not recorded. You can't do it virtually. You've got to be there in person, right, for this kind of a thing. So on that note, I just want to say, John, I've actually just really enjoyed spending some time together with you here online, with the viewers that we've had. And there won't just be the live viewers on Facebook and YouTube, there'll be some watching the recording. And so I just hope that for those of you that have been with us, you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And I just want to say, on behalf of T. Harbecker and Success Resources, John, thank you so much for taking the time out to be with us here today and share your knowledge.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate you. And for everyone watching right now, thank you so much for your time. I know you could be doing anything today, but you chose to be here. So I appreciate that. I look forward to seeing you live in London. Bye for now.
Great. Thank you so much, John. So before we let you go, everybody, we've got now, just to let you know, we've got a link, millionairemindworld.com/QL/NWA. That's for Never Work Again. You might find it on Google if you just search for Never Work Again, Success Resources, and then you might find it there. But it's the 17th to the 20th of November, and you can feel free to join us. There's a link there, as I said, should be there in the chat. Otherwise, just go to millionairemindworld.com/QL/NWA. Come and join us. If you're already registered, we're very excited to see you there. Thank you for being here. And on behalf of T. Harbecker, Success Resources, I hope you enjoyed this live interview with John Lee, who's one of our keynote speakers, and I look forward to seeing you in London. Take care and goodbye.